All right, guys, here's the second Scream video that I'm doing. I am reviewing Scream 2 this time around. And as with the first video, this is going to contain spoilers, so please be advised. Scream 2 was a proper representation of a horror sequel as the first one was to a horror movie. Did I like it as much as the first one? No, I did not, but I mean, like, I'm talking by a hair, man. I remember that when the movie first came out, there was actually like a lot of raving about it. Like fans and critics alike were saying like it's better than the first. This movie, in terms of its execution and in terms of its representation of a sequel, was straight up on par with the first one, barring a couple of tiny little flaws. The whole, college campus thing was kind of cool. The killers were great. In fact, my favorite killer, Mrs. Loomis, Laurie Metcalf, she's in my top 5 favorite actresses, and holy shit, she was scary, dude. I don't know. I think she might have been the one that scared me the most. When she was coming after Sydney at the end of the movie with that knife, like, fuck, oh my god, is a crazy bitch. Wow, yeah, great killers. And then you have Mickey, who's kind of like the anti-Randy, which brings me to something that I would have preferred, honestly, in execution in Scream 2 is, I'm not pissed that they killed Randy because somebody had to go, but he just kind of died like a punk bitch. When you introduce a character like Mickey, who is essentially the anti-Randy, I think Mickey should have killed him. I used to say, like, Randy should have gone out, like, more heroic or something like that. Nah, he didn't have to, but, like, it would have been so much cooler if it had been by Mickey's hand. And I wish there had been, like, a little bit more kind of, like, between them. There's that one, like, really good debate in the beginning of the movie where they're talking about sequels, and Mickey's trying to argue that there are many sequels that have surpassed their originals. And to be fair, I mean, most of the examples that he brought up, I tend to agree. I mean, Godfather Part 2, I wouldn't say it's better than the first one. I'd say it's like on par with the first one. But still, and Randy is basically saying sequels suck. There's a line in the movie, whenever my buddy Jack and I go out to a fast food place or something like that, and we have like our trays with our burger and whatever, and we sit down at the table, one of us always goes like, so here's the deal, someone's out to make a sequel. Cash in on all the movie murder hoopla. So it's our job to observe the rules of the sequel. The lines are every bit as clever. The biggest flaw with the movie, okay, is the fact that Mickey was obviously one of the killers. And it's not because, he was the anti-Randy. No, that has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that the motherfucker disappears for like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes, you just don't know where this guy is. And then all of a sudden, when the killer's ready to take off the mask, it's like, I wonder if it's Mickey. Yep, there it is. And Timothy Olyphant, by the way, he's another really fantastic actor. Yeah, everything about this movie, it was a proper representation of sequels. Again, much like the first one, it really pointed out a lot of the tropes, lovingly so. And the other cool thing about Scream 2 is they introduced the stab movies. I know that some people think that they've gone like a little bit far with that. Not me personally. I actually really thought that that was quite perfect, like introducing the whole like movie within a movie, like kind of a thing. And even at the beginning, it mirrors the first one because you're watching Heather Graham playing Casey Becker on the screen while two people are getting killed in the movie theater. I don't know. I just thought it was really clever. So Scream 2, very worthy sequel. It was neck and neck with the original, except for like those couple little things. Honestly, the whole Randy death thing, I wouldn't even count that as a flaw per se, just a personal preference. The only real major flaw with the movie is that Mickey disappears for 20 minutes, and it's kind of obvious that he's the killer at the end of the movie. But honestly, small potatoes. I mean, it's very rare that you knock 2 films completely out of the park in a row like that. 1 year after the first one, too. Amazing. I mean, geniuses, creative geniuses went into making this film. And that's all she wrote.